Good evening and Salam Malaysia Madani. Thanks for joining us. I'm Nur Zamri and watching News at 10. In our top stories tonight, school canteens must remain open during Ramadan. Friends, 18 million ringgit worth of drugs found in a van. Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim has arrived in Jeddah to begin a 3-day official visit to Saudi Arabia, his first outside of Asia since being appointed as the 10th Prime Minister of Malaysia on the 24th of November last year. The special aircraft carrying the Prime Minister landed at the Royal Pavilion of King Abdul Aziz Airport at 6:40 a.m. local time today. Datuk Sri Anwar is accompanied by his wife, Datuk Sri Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail, Foreign Minister Datuk Sri Zamri Abdul Kadir, and Communications and Digital Minister Fahmi Fadzil. On arrival, the Prime Minister was received by Jeddah Governor Prince Saud bin Abdullah bin Jalawi Al Saud at an official welcoming ceremony involving a static parade. Datuk Sri Anwar and his delegation also performed the Umrah before receiving a Qudsi call from Organisation of Islamic Cooperation (OIC) Secretary General Hissin Brahim Taha and Muslim World League Secretary General Sheikh Dr. Muhammad bin Abdul Karim Al Isa. A Malaysian studying at the King Abdul Aziz University in Jeddah has been selected as the mutawif for the Prime Minister and his delegation in performing Umrah today. Muhammad Zarid Misbari, 25, who hails from Barat Pahang, is pursuing a 4-year Sharia program under the sponsorship of the Saudi government. Datuk Sri Anwar is also scheduled to perform Tarawih prayers on the first night of Ramadan at Masjidil Haram in Mecca. Canteen operators are advised to continue operating throughout the month of Ramadan, even for school with less than 10% non-Muslim students. Education Minister Fadlina Siddiq said this is because not all Muslim children are required to fast, especially at an early age, in addition to respecting non-Muslims during Ramadan season.
Ini adalah kerajaan madani, kerajaan inklusif yang mana kedua-dua pihak kena saling hormat-menghormati. Yang puasa kena santuni yang tidak puasa. Yang tidak puasa kena belajar untuk hormat mereka yang puasa. Jadi kita tak nak ada satu senario mereka makan di store, di tepi longkang. Saya tidak mahu situasi sebegitu. Jadi mesti hormati masing-masing punya budaya dan agama dan harus bersifat inklusif.
The minister was met after attending the handover ceremony of Yayasan Petronas 2023 Back to School Packs in Kuala Lumpur. Fadlina said this following a news report on the Malaysian Canteen Operators Association Secretary Siti Nur Mahmad Desa saying it was unreasonable for school canteens to operate with less than 10% of non-Muslim pupils in school during Ramadan. Siti Norma said if school canteens were to continue operating during Ramadan, the operators would have to bear the operating costs that could not be covered by the sales. Meanwhile, Education Ministry welcomes the views of the Down Syndrome Community Rehabilitation Organisation (PPD KSD) in improving the learning syllabus for children with Down syndrome to prepare them for the workforce.
Ia mengambil kira kitaran ansur maju kanak-kanak ini dan maknanya kalau soal mengubah kurikulum ataupun meminda kurikulum ini, dia ada kepakaran dia yang ada di KPM yang saya fikir sangat penting untuk saya kongsikan bahawa sesi libat urus akan sentiasa dijalankan dari semasa ke semasa. Jadi jangan risau, sesi itu akan berlangsung. Tadi pengarah bahagian tadi Hajah Salmiah juga telah memaklumkan kepada saya bahawa akan ada sesi-sesi tersebut untuk kita pastikan bahawa sesi-sesi dan input-input ini kita dapat daripada semua pemegang taruh kita.
According to media reports yesterday, PPD KSD Chairman Hanizan Hussein had suggested that specific measures should be taken, including on training and skills to prepare the group for the world of work. The Thai Hot Guy event has been cancelled following a meeting between the police and organisers. The event, to be held in conjunction with the opening ceremony of a nightclub in Kuala Lumpur planned for 30 March, had received wide condemnation by various quarters that is coincides with the holy month of Ramadan. Home Minister Datuk Seri Saifuddin Nasution Ismail said such an event would cause unrest among Muslims who are set to observe the fasting month starting tomorrow.
Mengamalkan acara seumpama itu tidak diteruskan. Ya, saya nak sebut begitu ajalah ya, sebab dia boleh mewujudkan keresahan kerana umat Islam seluruh dunia akan menyambut bulan suci ini. Ya. Jadi aktiviti yang mungkin boleh menimbulkan keresahan. Dia kena ada mutual respect dalam hidup bermasyarakat pelbagai kaum yang punya sensitiviti tersendiri.
He said this to reporters after attending his ministry's monthly assembly. The event would feature a performance by a group of burly male waiters from Thailand dressed in women, known as Thai Hot Guy, as its main attraction for the grand opening. Kelantan police seized shabu worth nearly 18 million ringgit in an operation last night. However, no one was arrested in the operation that took place in Jalan Wan Ahmad. Kelantan Deputy Police Chief Dato' Azman Ayub said the drugs were found inside a van abandoned in the area. He said a police party comprising the General Operations Force, GOF 9th Battalion, was conducting observation when it spotted the suspected vehicle about 9:30 p.m.
Hasil siasatan awal kita mendapati nombor kenderaan ini telah menggunakan nombor yang disyaki palsu. Dan setakat ni kita dapati nombor chassis dan enjin kenderaan ini telah diganggu. Jadi kita sedang menjalankan siasatan lanjut.
Briefing reporters today, he said upon checking, the officers discovered 13 gunny sacks containing shabu inside their vehicle. The drugs, weighing about 499 kilograms, were believed to have been smuggled from the neighbouring country. Dato' Azman said initial investigation showed that the drugs will be distributed to addicts in the Klang Valley. Former UMNO Youth Chief Dr. Ashraf Wajdi Dusuki has been appointed as the new UMNO Secretary General, replacing Datuk Sri Ahmad Maslan. This was announced by UMNO President Datuk Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi at a media conference after chairing the first meeting of the UMNO Supreme Council for 2023 to 2026 at Benarda on World Trade Center today. The Deputy Prime Minister also announced that Datuk Sri Azalina Othman said had been made the new Information Chief to replace Isham Jalil.
Dengan pelantikan ini, kami berazam untuk menterjemahkan 5 hala tuju yang telah saya garis bawahi ketika saya membentangkan ucapan dasar dalam PAU Perhimpunan Agung UMNO yang lalu, di mana kita telah memberikan penugasan ini kepada beberapa ahli-ahli majlis dan juga ketua sekretariat yang telah saya sebutkan. Yang paling penting bagi kita untuk membuktikan gerakan bersama ini apabila kita akan menghadapi pilihan raya negeri-negeri. Jadi kesiapsiagaan ini di mana Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Utama Haji Muhammad bin Haji Hassan adalah pengarah keseluruhan jentera pilihan raya untuk semua pilihan raya, sama ada pilihan raya umum yang akan datang, pilihan raya negeri dan pilihan raya kecil. Ya.
Coming up, initiative to put innovation in digital economy mainstream will be launched. The cost of rebranding the Kuala Lumpur International Airport KLIA and KLIA2 terminals does not involve any allocation from the Transport Ministry. As Minister Anthony Loke said, the rebranding costs, which include marketing and signages, would be borne by Malaysia Airports Holdings Berhad, MAHB.
Dari segi penjenamaan semula KLIA kepada Terminal 1 dan Terminal 2 itu permohonan daripada MAHB. Dia tak ada kena-mengena dengan kerajaan, pihak MAHB memohon supaya dipertimbangkan, dan apabila saya membawa memorandum jemaah menteri ke kabinet untuk kita menentukan hala tuju berkenaan dengan perjanjian operasi ataupun operating agreement di antara kerajaan dengan MAHB, ini salah satu perkara yang dipohon oleh pihak MAHB. Jadi kita luluskan, dan dari segi penjenamaannya dia lebih kepada pemasaran lapangan terbang tersebut. Dan ditanya juga di manakah kepala untuk penjenamaan ini. Memang tak ada kepala peruntukan. Sebab kos penjenamaan ini tidak melibatkan peruntukan daripada pihak kementerian.
He said this when winding up the debate on the Supply Bill 2023 for the ministry at the committee level in the Dewan Rakyat today. An initiative to put innovation into the mainstream of digital economy among the people will be launched soon. Without disclosing details, Economy Minister Rafizi Ramli said the initiative has been carried out with the cooperation between the Economy Ministry and the Science, Technology and Innovation Ministry since 2 months ago.
Kita memang ada kerangka yang baik dari segi macam mana nak meningkatkan ekonomi digital kita. Tapi selalunya bila kita sebut tentang kerangka ataupun dasar, banyak tumpuan itu dia tumpu kepada soal kewangan, soal bantuan dan sebagainya. Tapi kita juga ada satu cabaran yang kita perlu tangani dengan baik, iaitu tahap inovasi dalam ekonomi kita. Kerana ekonomi digital ini memerlukan tahap inovasi yang tinggi.
Rafizi was made after attending a meeting with the Economy Ministry's staff in Putrajaya. Earlier in his speech, Rafizi urged the ministry staff to ensure that the energy transition roadmap could be finalised within 3 months. Senai Airport City Sdn Bhd SACSB expects to attract new foreign direct investment FDI worth RM250 million from 3 international investors by the end of this year. The international investors involved in the electrical and electronics sector are set to occupy 40.47 hectares of land in the integrated industrial development known as Senai Airport City SAC. SAC Sdn Bhd Chief Executive Officer Gan Seng Kyong said the company is close to concluding the agreement comprising 2 companies from Taiwan and 1 from Germany.
For Senai Airport City, we focus only on the clean and high-tech industries. So with that, we are building up the ecosystem for these clean and high-tech industries. And many of these investors that we are attracting are actually also having within the same ecosystem.
The SAC spanning 1,099.94 hectares of development is to be constructed in 5 phases and is expected to be fully completed in 2025 with an estimated total gross development value of RM5 billion. Gunn said clean and high-tech industries were mostly automated, which requires a more skilled labour force. Hence, the company is anticipating a 3,000-strong labour force for the first phase, with 90% of them being locals. The Entrepreneur Development and Cooperatives Ministry is targeting RM2.5 million in sales through the Let's Buy Local Ramadan and Raya campaign on the My Mall platforms, which starts today until next 22nd of April. Its Minister Dato' Iwan Benedict said 1,000 local entrepreneurs are expected to participate in the campaign to fuel the involvement of micro, small and medium enterprises on an online platform in the sale of goods produced by Malaysian entrepreneurs. According to Dato' Iwan, 803 products including food, drinks, services and others will be offered by entrepreneurs through the campaign.
Kita mensasarkan penyertaan 1,000 orang usahawan yang akan menjual produk masing-masing secara online di platform MyMall ini, dan kita mensasarkan jualan mereka sebanyak 25 juta ringgit di dalam kempen ini sepanjang bulan Ramadan.
He was made after launching Mari Beli Lokal Ramadan dan Raya campaign today. Dato' Iwan also suggested that local entrepreneurs take advantage to get involved in the campaign because it isn't just an e-commerce platform, but rather development of an integrated entrepreneurial ecosystem that also offers training, financing and marketing services for free. He said the My Mall e-commerce platform, which was developed in October last year, now has about 7,000 entrepreneurs with 900 products. Coming up in our foreign segment, Beijing hit by massive sunstorm. Equality turns severe. North Korea fired multiple cruise missiles today, the latest launch, which comes as South Korea and the United States stage major joint military drills. South Korea's military said it has detected multiple cruise missiles launched into the East Sea by North Korea, adding detailed specifications are being analyzed by South Korea U.S. intelligence authorities. After a record-breaking year of weapons tests and growing nuclear threats from Pyongyang, Seoul and Washington have ramped up security cooperation and on 13 March kicked off their largest joint military drills in 5 years. Known as Freedom Shield, the drills run for at least 10 days. North Korea views all such exercises as rehearsals for invasion, saying they could be seen as a declaration of war and has repeatedly threatened to take overwhelming action in response. Wednesday's launch comes about a week after Pyongyang's test fired its largest and most powerful missile, a Hwasong-17, its second ICBM test this year. The North State media described the ICBM launch as a response to ongoing frantic US-South Korea drills. China's capital city of Beijing was affected by dense sandstorms that severely affected visibility today, shrouding buildings and roads in a thick blanket of dust. The city, home to more than 21 million people, was issued a yellow sandstorm warning after experiencing sand and dust storms over the past several days, causing pollution levels to drastically increase. Residents interviewed by Reuters said the adverse weather mostly did not hamper the daily routine, apart from the smell of dust on the subway and sand left on their clothes.
感觉的话，反正地铁里面也是一股那个土的味道，然后出行影响可能对我来说没有那么大，因为离地铁口也都挺近的，住的地方，然后可能骑车子在路上的话会稍微有点冷，大概就是这些，影响不是很大，但是确实就是能感觉到啊。
就是首先，我今天出行的话，就是可以看到今天这个雾霾沙尘还是挺重的。然后我平时都是坐地铁去出行，所以说这个沙尘对我来说的影响还是比较少的。只不过就是说那个身上那个灰可能会有一些大。
Beijing today recorded an air quality index of 500, pushing the pollution level to 6, considered very hazardous to human health. The city faces regular sandstorms during March and April because of its proximity to the massive Gobi Desert, as well as deforestation throughout the northern of China. Thai police were locked in a standoff with an armed civilian after he had killed at least 2 people when firing a gun from inside his home. Authorities have cordoned off the residential area in Phetchaburi province, and a dozen heavily armed police officers warned of the neighborhood in response to the incident, which began at about 1:30 p.m. local time. The suspect was a 29-year-old man who appeared to be stressed because he was due to appear in court over a dispute with his neighbor. The first train routes resume in Greece on Wednesday after a deadly train crash forced authorities to suspend rail services across the country over safety concerns. All rail passenger and freight routes have been halted since a passenger train carrying 350 people collided head-on with a freight train on 28 February near the central Greek city of Larissa, killing 57. The route where the crash took place did not resume on Wednesday, along with other longer routes that will gradually be added over days and weeks. Motorbikes were burned alongside piles of rubbish in Paris during a 6th consecutive night of protests over controversial pensions reform bill. Nearby the Place de la Bastille, streets were covered in rubbish that was set alight, while some motorbikes and e-bikes were engulfed in flame. French President Emmanuel Macron is looking to regain the initiative with new reforms in the coming weeks after his government barely survived a no-confidence motion over the unpopular pensions legislation. Coming up in sports, the National Anti-Doping Agency continues smart testing ahead of SEA Games, ASEAN. The athletes' village for the 2023 Cambodia SEA Games is expected to be ready by the end of this month. At the latest, Malaysia's chief de mission to the Games, Dr. Muhammad Nasser Ali, expressed his relief that the preparation of the facilities for the athletes who will take on the national challenge at the biennial Games are going smoothly, especially to ensure that there are no hitches to the focus.
Saya difahamkan juga bahawa kerajaan Cambodia akan mengadakan satu upacara perasmian. Mereka confident dah bahawa Games Village ini akan siap. Perasmian ni kemungkinan dia ada pada kat 20 bulan April macam tu. Dia akan merasmikan stadium Morodok Tekno tu dan juga Games Village yang dijangka akan siap sebelum bulan ni. Jadi dari segi penginapan atlet-atlet kita rasa lega lah.
At the 2021 Hanoi SEA Games held last May after being postponed for a year due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Malaysia only finished 6th overall with 39 gold, 45 silver and 90 bronze medals. The SEA Games in Phnom Penh is scheduled to take place from 5th to 17th of May. The Anti-Doping Agency of Malaysia, ADAMAS, will continue with efforts to curb the use of banned substances among certain athletes by carrying out smart testing ahead of the two major multi-sports games, the SEA Games and the ASEAN. ADAMAS Director Azra Abidin said the smart testing mechanism will focus on sports where there is a high risk of athletes using banned substances to improve performances. Speaking to Bernama, Azra said the smart testing covers urine, blood, athlete biological passport and steroid profiling tests. Among the sports which have a record of using banned substances in Malaysia since 2016 are weightlifting, which is considered critical, bodybuilding, athletics, archery, wushu, diving, swimming, badminton, football, judo, boxing, Muay Thai, hockey and powerlifting. Meanwhile, Azra reminded all athletes and support staff to know the rules and understand the responsibilities under the World Anti-Doping Code. If athletes need to use banned substances for medical purposes, they need to apply for a therapeutic use exemption to ADAMAS, but it is not permitted for performance enhancement. The Malaysian Junior Development Tour, which turns junior golfers into Polish professionals, is back for its second edition and will kick off on 16th of May. Golf Malaysia Publications John Berhad Managing Director Andrew Ng said the tour, which will be an improvement from last year's edition, will continue to seek out opportunities to expand its reach and deliver a top-quality tournament series. Andrew said the tour also strives to pave the way for future successful professional golfers who can play on the world stage.
I think we just want to give the junior players a good experience to be able to compete when they go out to Singapore, when they go to Thailand. At least they are used to this environment that competing with a world stage, where everything is professionally set up.
Different from previous year, there will be 5 professional standard golfing venues for junior golfers, namely Templer Park Country Club, Club Golf Negara Subang, Kota Permai Golf and Country Club in Selangor, Miri Golf Club in Sarawak, with the final leg to be played at Forest City Golf Resort in Johor. World Cup winner Mesut Ozil today announced his retirement from football after an illustrious international career with Germany and club spells with Real Madrid and Arsenal. The 34-year-old helped Germany to glory in Brazil in 2014, but bitterly quit the international scene after the Germans crashed out of the 2018 tournament in Russia. His club career blossomed when his staff passing and vision helped secure his move from the Bundesliga to Jose Mourinho's Real Madrid side in 2010. He soon led La Liga in assists while helping the Spanish club to the 32nd league title in 2012. His big money move to Arsenal in 2013 helped the London club and the FA Cup draw the following year. In 2014, Ozil started the final as Germany beat Lionel Messi's Argentina 1-0 in the Maracanã in Rio de Janeiro thanks to Mario Götze's extra time goal. Ozil was reputedly shortlisted for the Ballon d'Or, but the later stages of his career were troubled by disputes over playing time and his close personal friendship with Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Ozil's picture with the Turkish leader was widely interpreted as his political endorsement of Erdogan in the 2018 election campaign. He ended his international career before moving to Fenerbahce and most recently Istanbul, Başakşehir. Norway striker Erling Haaland will miss the Euro 2024 qualifiers against Spain and Georgia after picking up a groin injury in Manchester City's FA Cup quarter-final win over Burnley. Haaland, who has 21 goals in 23 appearances for Norway, has been in scintillating form this season, scoring 42 goals for City since arriving from Borussia Dortmund last June. According to the Norwegian Football Federation, this was confirmed after tests and examinations were done on the star striker yesterday. Norway are in group along with Cyprus, Georgia, Scotland and Spain. They will play Spain in Malaga on Saturday before travelling to face Georgia next Tuesday. National team coach Ståle Solbakken said Haaland took it hard when he realised that he could not play for the team, but assured fans that there is still plenty of confidence, talent and unity in the team to win points in the next games. That concludes this evening's News at 10. In our top stories, school canteens must remain open during Ramadan. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. We'll leave you with the vibrancy of Dubai's old suits adorned with Ramadan decorations and lightings as people shop for traditional sweets and spices ahead of the Muslim holy month. I'm Nira Zamri. Stay tuned to Berita RTM.